What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a modification that I've actually wanted to do for a while. We're going to be replacing the chrome Chrysler emblems with some black ones. So we're going to be doing the grille, and we're going to be replacing this, getting rid of that chrome, and also the 300 S emblem. We're going to be replacing that with a black 300, and the S is going to be red. So nothing major, but it's all about the subtle little details. That's what really makes the car come together. I also have some other modifications that I'm going to be doing, so if you're interested in seeing some videos on the Chrysler 300 getting modified, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But anyway, for this, we shouldn't need too many things. I do have a heat gun over here ready to go. So we're going to be using that to heat this up. This emblem right here is just stuck on there with tape. That's how it is from the factory. This one as well. So we're just going to take some heat to these to get it off, and then go behind it with a little bit of Goo Gone if we need to. So the one on the front here, it's actually clipped into the grill. Let me see if I can get an angle on it for you guys. I'm not sure if you can really see that, if I can get down far enough, but it's basically clipped into the grill. So we just need to go ahead and I'm going to remove this cover right here, and I should have enough room to get my hand down there and basically push the clips in, and this should just pop right out, and then the new one pops right in. So nothing too major, shouldn't be too difficult of an install, hopefully. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so the big thing here is just making sure that after I get these emblems off, that I'm going to be able to put the new ones in the exact same location. So what I'm going to do two different things. First, I have here, it's a little crayon that you can use. It's easy to get off, and this is going to just be used to outline it. So I'm going to go ahead and do an outline here. So these will be my backup guides right here, just in case the Goo Gone ends up stripping some of the crayon off. Now I'm going to come over here and do the same thing with the 300. And all right, so now we're going to go ahead and take some heat to it. And I'm going to be using this to help pry it off. You can also use some dental floss or some fishing line or something to help get behind there if you want. All right, so that's coming. Just need a little bit more. S, and these come off relatively easily. So all right, so there we have it. We have it all off. We just need to clean up this tape. We're going to use some Goo Gone to make that easier, then we'll be ready to go ahead and put the new ones on. All right, guys, now that I've cleaned most of it off with Goo Gone, I'm going to go behind with some rubbing alcohol, and this is really important because otherwise the new emblems may not stick. So you want to make sure that you clean this whole area off and make sure that there's no Goo Gone up there, because the emblems will just fall right off. All right, so I'm using a pretty generous amount here because, like I said, you need to make sure that this area is completely cleaned And I usually go over it about 2 or 3 times just to make sure that we get everything off. Now there is still a pretty light outline. I'm not sure if it's going to show up on camera, but from where the tape actually was, it's a really faint outline, but I'm going to be able to use that to help place the new emblems along with the pieces of tape, so should be able to get it up there pretty much the way that the stock one was. Alright, so here are the new emblems. This is the 300S. The part numbers are also on the labels. I'll put those in the description of the video so that you guys can look up the part numbers if you want to find these. But you can see black 300, red S. This is the rear emblem, and it already has 3M tape on there, so all we have to do is peel and stick it, and we're all set. And then the one on the front here, you can see the tabs right there. It's 1 on each end, and then there's like 4 in the middle, so that'll just pop right in place. And this piece actually has a little tab up here that you can use to pull it, so I'm going to go ahead and get it started on this end. So I'm going to kind of do it like that, just leave the middle so I can get this lined up. Let's see here, like about right there. Just about right. Top. Yep, that's pretty level, so let's go ahead and peel the rest of this off. And we'll do one last check to make sure it's leveled. Looks good. Looks good. Push that in place. That one's all set. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and hit this with a little bit of heat just to make sure that it adheres. Real light heat. Looks good. So this should be actually easier than I was even thinking, because it has this outline that's actually going to hold the emblem in place, so you don't have to worry about spacing or anything. So all we have to do is just peel this back like so, and then just line it up. And let me get a little better angle on it. Looks about right. So just push that in place. That was really easy. I was actually kind of worried about this one because I thought I was going to have to space the S out on my own. But luckily I don't have to. Just stick it up there like so. And then we have a plastic film up here we can remove. And then we can just pull this piece off and we're done. Just need to get the blue tape off of there, clean up the little blue tape marks, and the back is done. All right, so there we have it. Looks good. So let's go ahead and get the front done and wrap this thing up. All right, so I went ahead and removed these push pins, but you also have to remove these right here. But what I did do is just stick my hand down in here, and now I'm thinking I probably don't even need to take this cover off. I think I'm going to be able to get to it just by sticking my hand down in here. Filling on the tabs, it feels like they're going to break, unfortunately, when I take them out. Not a huge deal because I'm going to be sticking with the black one. Here we go. All right, so here we go. And if you're trying to reuse this, you can be a little more delicate than I was. I actually broke one of the tabs. But surprisingly, the other ones actually held up, which I wasn't really expecting because this plastic's pretty delicate. So, and as you can see, there's a tab here Hopefully you can see anyway. There's 2 tabs there, 2 tabs here, 1 tab there. And also these little pins right here, which this one actually looks bent. So yeah, let me go ahead and straighten that one out. Glad I caught that. Then we're just going to line it up. Edge right here. Right here. Make sure my pin is lined up. This little tab actually looks like it needs to be bent down a little bit. So make sure you check your tabs because they are delicate. And if they're not perfectly aligned, you could end up snapping one. So let's go ahead and get that one there. It's lined up. All right, so getting the front emblem on was actually easier than I thought. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but if you have smaller hands, then it's going to be even easier for you. It's raining outside, so I'm not going to pull the car out of the garage today, but yeah, check out our Instagram. I'll put some pictures up there. So let's go ahead and lift this garage door. All right, so there it is. So a relatively easy, straightforward install. If you want to do it, I think it's definitely worth doing. Looks good. I like it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.